Coming to you all the way from Norfolk, Virginia, Go On Podcast presents How Embarrassing with Molly and Jeff.
How embarrassing!
How embarrassing!
How embarrassing! Hey, yo, what's up? Welcome to How Embarrassing. It's the podcast about all of our embarrassing lives. My name's Molly.
And I'm Jeff.
All right, and let's get right down to business. A quick correction from last week's episode.
Oh my God.
Wow. Right off the bat.
In my story, I did say that my grandparents paid for my siblings to go to Catholic school. My dad personally reached out to me and let me know that him and my mother paid for it. I don't fully believe it.
This segment is called Sorry, Papa Graham.
Yeah, I don't want to, besmudge my parents' honor.
So he was saying that he did pay for it and it wasn't your grandparents who
Yeah,
paid for
he
it?
said him and my mother paid for the Catholic school. Which, what a freaking waste of money.
Right? Like,
You stupid dummy head.
so I was like, wait, he wants to admit to that?
Yeah, he said, I had to pause listening to let you know that we paid.
That we
like,
paid to
okay.
we paid to put you in the same school from the documentary Keepers.
Yeah.
About abuse.
Yeah, so
so
that's what they paid for.
It was my money that put you in that abusive school.
They got what they paid for. Just kidding. I was never abused. I was not hot enough.
Wait, what's your perception of abuse?
Moving on. Any more corrections?
That is it for the corrections portion
Thank
of
you.
Sorry,
the
Daddy,
segment.
Papa Graham.
Sorry, Puppy.
Sorry, Dada.
Call me.
You have anything?
That got weird. Do you have any embarrassing moments? You
Yeah,
wanna talk
actually, it's kind of a two-part embarrassing one. 'cause
What?
It was actually supposed to be my embarrassing story last episode because it happened to me about 5 minutes before I got here. But in my drunken stupor in the last episode, I forgot it on
You
the
guys
way
got
here.
really kind of drunk. I think it may have been the tequila shot again.
Yeah, you gave us a shot of tequila,
Okay.
and that's the last thing I remember.
I gotta say, I did not take the tequila shot, and I wasn't really. I had 2 beers, so I was not drunk. Mm-hmm. But Jeff, next thing we knew, Jeff is telling us this long story, and I'm kind of sitting there looking at Matt like, how did we get into this? Like, Jeff is going on, and we're just like, and then like I slowly was like, Jeff is wasted.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was good. It was good times.
Yeah, ruled.
Should I listen back to it?
Yes, you
To
should.
know what not
And
to
then,
do?
well, then the whole walk home, Jeff like verbally abused me for not knowing the words to the Hamilton song. How do I say no to this?
So you have been abused. See, you are hot enough.
Thanks,
Oh,
thanks, Jeff.
the nicest thing he's ever said.
Honestly,
But the embarrassing story.
Yeah, go for
yeah,
it.
It wasn't that I was
back
drunk.
to it.
I've gotten used to that. But I went to put on my mask, and my roommate goes, "You just put it on upside down." And I was like, "Wait, the bendy metal piece is supposed to be the top part?" And he's like,
No.
yeah.
"We've been in this pandemic."
Holy
For how
shit.
long?
You've been spreading coronavirus even though you've been masked up.
So you bend the metal part around the top of your nose.
Yeah.
It's not a nice little fit snuggy part on underneath your chin. So I was always having it. So I learned how to wear a mask after getting fully vaccinated.
Wow, I can't. That's actually so embarrassing.
Isn't it? I was like a whole
the whole pandemic. Well, my embarrassing story of the week.
Shit, you got one?
Wait, I thought you...
You already told one.
What?
The correction. You were embarrassed that you're...
Oh, that wasn't my story, baby.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Molly's just getting started.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So
Let's do it.
today I was teaching teen improv at the Push Comedy Theater front of the pod, and we were playing a warm-up game called Hee Ha Ho. Which is it's just very silly. Like, you kind of act like a samurai and make funny noises and do like big gestures and stuff.
The way you describe it...
And-
Racist
Oh, is that
now.
racist? Sorry.
I feel like...
Where's the button?
Jeff, where's the
I
button?
feel like that might be racial.
Okay,
There we
that?
go.
I didn't know. Sorry.
That's fine.
Please don't cancel me for that. I've done worse.
It's
probably.
sumo wrestlers, not samurais.
Oh. Anyway.
But it's actually Vikings.
So it-
Whoa, it is
Oh,
Vikings.
shit.
So anyway, you go hee ha oh. So I went to do a big wind up for my hee, and I flipped. I had a jacket on. I flipped the zipper up into my face. Through my mask, it split my lip open. So then my
Jesus.
mouth, like, we were all playing this silly game, and I was like, you guys, I'm bleeding. Like, my face is bleeding. I have to stop.
Oh my God.
And yeah. all
What a
the
nerdy
kids-
way to hurt yourself.
I know.
Like through improv,
I
Molly?
know.
A warm up for improv.
I shed
not
blood
Even...
at improv today, and all the kids.
Everyone loves this story.
Thank you, everybody. Oh my gosh, the live studio audience is off the chain today,
We should have people over here.
right?
Let's get them all
A little
over
chuckle
here.
hut.
Let's pack this house.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Let's get to an ad break.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh man.
Oh my God.
We really did it this time.
Oh no. Oh, Dad's gonna get so pissed at us.
Oh my God, I cannot believe we killed another goldfish.
Oh my God, they're so hard to keep alive.
And the funeral costs are just outrageous.
Oh, we don't have the allowance for this.
Oh no, what are we gonna do? If only there was someone we could call.
Did someone say dead fish?
Yes.
Lawyer?
Yes, I did, sir.
Yeah. Well, I'm the lawyer for all your dead fish needs. You see, I don't believe in a society that needs to pay for the death of a goldfish.
Absolutely.
And these rates are outrageous.
Yeah.
So sign up with me, and you pay me the money instead of them.
Okay. Where do we sign?
Right here on my dick.
Oh.
That's right.
Has this ever happened to you?
Has this ever happened to you?
Have you ever been duped into signing up for a dead fish lawyer and it just turned out to be a pervert? Then call me, Matt Cole, attorney at law. Don't let yourself be catfished. I'll cat dick 'em.
I liked it.
My.
Good job, Jack.
We're back.
And we're back.
Suck my dick.
Comedy is back, baby.
I get that feeling. I get that strong sensation.
Oh my gosh. Well. I think it's time to bring in some fresh energy.
Mm-hmm.
in
I
this
believe it
room.
is.
Yeah. So our guest today, you know her because today is her dog's birthday.
You know her because she might be getting a treat or two for that dog today.
She's shorter than me, Vanessa Fleming.
Oh, mommy.
Jeff, you're getting good at that
Oh,
thing.
mommy.
Oh my gosh, Vanessa, welcome to the pod. We gotta know, are you embarrassed to be here?
A little.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, we went a little long
That checks
in the
out.
beginning.
That checks out.
It's all right.
We had to make the correction.
Yeah.
I should have pre-recorded that. We could have edited it in post.
Just added in, yeah.
Yeah, for
yeah.
next time. For next
Oh,
time.
Well, welcome to the pod.
Yeah.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
yes,
A little
yes.
embarrassed, but you know.
Are you someone who gets embarrassed easily?
So I was thinking about this on the way here. I feel like I have some PTSD from embarrassing moments that it was really hard for me to like pull some out.
Okay.
Hence why I
you
had
block them out in your mind.
I have blocked so many of them out of my mind.
Yeah.
But I have some significant
that.
ones that stand out,
Okay.
which maybe we'll get to.
Yes.
We'll see.
So Vanessa has done something no guest has ever done before.
Mm-hmm.
She has
Trendsetter.
written down her embarrassing stories on little pieces of paper, little slips of paper. And we've placed the paper into a hat.
Ooh.
And what we're going to do is pick the pieces of paper out of the hat.
Oh.
And then that will tell Vanessa what story she will share with us.
It's a Pizza Hat, too, by the way.
That was my impression of Britney Spears' Instagram. She speaks in a very
Oh, really? I thought you were trying to be, what's her name? Terry Gross?
She always
Terry-
says she
Ooh, yeah.
always says like, I'm so skinny like a needle.
I'm gonna soundbite that one.
I had a gym in my garage, but I burned it down. I'm like, what is going on? Anyway, I could do a whole pod on that, but let's get to the hat, shall we?
Let's go to the hat.
Pizza Hat.
I'm gonna pick the first one.
Pick a pizza.
Have you heard the good news?
All right.
Jeff is turning into like a shock jock.
Is
know,
my
you
face
should-
turning red just
Okay.
in anticipation? I think it
This
is.
says the carnival.
The carnival.
Carnival.
That was the ICP Clown Carnival.
I thought that was called like the family or something.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay.
Okay,
Let's get into
Let's do it.
I had a feeling this one was gonna come up. So this was when I was in middle school. I was
Nice.
I was in 8th grade,
Prime time.
and this was in the early 90s. So fashion was kind of in this hodgepodge of leaving the 80s,
Yeah.
entering the 90s. But I thought I was a total G, and all of my clothes were like 8 times size big, sizes
right.
too big.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, you know, I had like I would steal my dad's jean shorts, his shorts.
I thought you were about to say underwear.
Yeah,
For some
no,
reason.
no,
I was like, wait, no one
part.
sees that.
Embarrassing.
At the time, my dad was like a 200-pound guy, and I'm like, and
Yeah.
I was
Whoa.
probably 70 pounds. So you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I've got a lot of hair, like a lot of hair. It's like it's down to halfway down my back, but I still kind of wore the wave as well. I had these big hoop
Okay.
earrings.
Nice.
And I don't know if you guys remember these. You two might be too young for this, but
Yeah.
I bet Matt might remember
Oh,
it.
yeah.
The Looney Tunes shirts.
Yeah.
Had crisscross on the front and the back. So I had like 10 of these shirts.
I think I knew you when you were this age. Like, yeah. That was a big stupid trend back then.
It was
I was
really
born
strange.
in 1992.
Yeah, so this was like probably when you were about a year old.
Goo goo gaga, I'm a baby.
So I had made friends with this girl, and she was a little bit of a troublemaker, you know.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
It's like me and Jeff.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
Her pants were super bad.
She's all pants.
She's all pants.
Just pants. Pants from the head down. You got pants for days.
That girl's all pants.
Please continue.
Sorry.
Please continue. I'm glad I got Molly.
That really
Good.
did.
Molly's.
The
Really
bathroom's over there, Molly. If we need it.
Ooh, gosh,
In case
gosh.
what?
In case you had to, did you remember you got up to pee during the middle of it?
Yeah.
Okay, keep going. Sorry.
We don't need to talk. We've been talking too much about the last episode
We
on
are-
this episode.
We all need to mute our microphones.
And let Vanessa tell her story.
Oh my God.
I'm very interested to what happens with these baggy kids.
So my friend and I go to the carnival. The carnival is outside of Military Circle.
Okay.
Like if you're familiar with that area,
Friend of the
it's-
pod.
Yeah. Military Circle, friend of the pod.
Yeah, we
So,
love it. We love it there.
So it's like in between Military Circle and Janif. So it's just
Right.
like in the parking lot. It's the freaking carnival. It's
Right.
Yeah.
who
Gross.
cares? It's gross.
Yeah, yeah.
It's straight
It's
gross.
the carnival.
And so just to put it out there, I have a pretty weak stomach. So
Okay. So Carnival's not a great place for you to
carnival
go.
is not a great place for me.
Bad food and
But,
spinny rides.
you know, I'm with my friend who we're like looking for boys and we're trying to be
Right.
cute and like we've got our big hair and our big clothes and we're just prancing around and I think at some point like we might have smoked a cigarette.
Whoa.
Fuck.
Because you know, like I don't smoke, but I was like, yeah, okay, fine, I'm cool, whatever. So
Yeah.
She's Sandra D.
Yeah,
I don't
so-
smoke.
I'll pierce my ears.
Imagine if the end Sandra D came out in big Looney Tunes baggy pants. And it was like, oh my God, who's that? Oh, Sandy. You're all pants.
This story ends with them getting in a car and flying away.
I want to get "She's all pants" tattooed on my lower back.
Ew.
So we were making eyes with boys and
Yeah.
seeing them. So we're like kind of, you know, like what you do when you're a teenager. You don't follow them around, but you follow them around and you're just kind of going around. So we go over to the teacups and we start spinning. And remember, I said I have a weak stomach. So my stomach started to hurt. So this is not where this story goes.
Oh.
I was just like, so I got a little like woozy. And
Oh,
so I was
red
like,
herring.
I need to.
I really thought that's where we were going.
Well, you'll get there.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm excited.
So I get off the teacups and I'm like, oh, I'm a little dizzy. I need to just chill. My face has gone white.
Yeah.
Does anyone in the world like the teacups?
I want to know the same
I
damn
do.
thing.
I do,
Really?
kinda,
I
yeah.
hate
I love
them.
the spinny rides.
What?
I love
Okay.
spinny rides.
We'll unpack that later.
So then we go. So I was like, I need to sit for a second. She's like dragging me. She's like, come on, let's go over to this other ride. And I was just like, okay, fine. So we go over to the other ride, and I'm still not feeling all that great. And I don't even remember what this thing's. It's maybe called like the Scrambler or something.
Ooh, yeah, the Scrambler is different than the teacups.
I
Yeah.
love the Scrambler.
But the Scrambler is very fun. Or some people call it catapult.
Maybe it's the catapult. Maybe it's, but it was something that kind of flip flopped, went all around. I don't know. Anyways,
Maybe it wasn't a Scrambler then.
Doesn't sound like the Scrambler.
anyway.
Fuck you guys.
So
You weren't
I
alive back then.
I was on this thing that went up and down and turned around, and I had just gotten off the teacups.
Right.
So I'm on this, and I'm like, uh-oh. It's going like the ride had just started, and I'm like,
Oh, no.
No.
and I'm like, and so I'm like, and then we spin around, and here it comes up. So I'm trying to hold it into my mouth, like I'm trying to hold all the vomit into my mouth.
Oh.
And mind you, the ride had just started. So I was like, oh God, I gotta sit here. I can't get out or anything like that. Start spinning around. And it ended up coming all the way out, and it went all over my clothes. And once I smelled it, I just kept vomiting over and over and over again. So
They
we
didn't
get
stop
out.
the ride?
No, because it was kind of enclosed. You couldn't really see.
It was enclosed.
Yeah.
Scrambler. It's a scrambler. Come on.
So I leave. God. The ride. It's all down my shirt. It's in my hair. It's all over my face. I'm just trying to cover it like this just to get somewhere. Of course, we walk by the cute boys, and I'm just like, oh my God. I have to get to the mall to just like hide out in the bathroom. So I was like,
Right.
Did it get all over your friend too?
It got a little bit on her too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yikes.
Oh.
yeah, so we're like walking through the mall, and this is at the time when Military Circle was like super packed. So
Right.
it's like I'm walking through, and you see how little I am now. Imagine what I looked like when I was 13 years old. Like,
Really
I'm like,
little.
Like I've got this big hair with these big hoop earrings because I think I'm a badass or whatever, but yet I'm covered in puke because I can't hold my shit
You
on
look like
a
Michelle
freaking.
Tanner. Like
Yeah. That's it. That's
Yikes.
that's the aesthetic we're working
yeah.
on.
So I go into the bathroom, and I'm like, all right, I need to call my dad to come get me.
Yeah.
So-
I need to get the fuck out.
I needed to get the fuck out. So, but I still had to walk through the mall, and I ended up having to go to the Hex. Do you remember Hex?
Yeah.
The Hex department store, and going into their bathroom and just sitting there. So I called my dad, and he took like an hour to show up. So I'm just sitting there like trying to clean myself up in the bathroom, but every time I smelled it, I ended up throwing up again. So this just went on and on and on. And I could not get the vomit out of anything that I was doing. And that was, yeah. And it
was
was
the
very
carnival.
vulnerable time of being a teenager as
Right.
it is, where appearance is everything. That was,
Of course.
that was,
That
I am a
was
little
the
confused
carnival.
why you didn't just like puke down your giant baggy shirt.
it eventually did. Like I was trying to hold it
Oh,
in.
but I'm saying like pull it out and put your face down and do the inside of the shirt.
No,
you
but
could fit a lot of throw up
It
in
was
that
so
shirt.
baggy, it would just go straight
It would
through.
just go straight down.
It was just like a
Oh.
wind tunnel. It would just go.
Oh no!
I mean, it was
and then it would
in
be
my
right to the
hair.
crotch.
Oh no. Okay. So I
was
get it now.
In my hair, like it, at that point, had gotten all in my hair. It was disgusting. It was nasty.
Awful.
Everywhere. That is horrible.
Yeah. So
So that was the carnival. Jeff,
Let's go to the hat.
Do you
Ooh,
wanna
I
go
get
to
to
Pizza Hat. Pizza Hat.
Pizza Hat. We're skinny.
spoiler
like a
alert:
needle.
there's a theme that's going to pop up in these stories.
Yay.
Fuck.
Oh, here it is. I got one.
It
What
just
is
says
it?
carnival again.
It says John's house.
Okay, another coming of age story
Oh yeah. Here we go.
that continues with a theme.
Ooh.
So when I was 21, I was dating this guy who smoked a lot of weed, and so I started smoking a lot of weed.
Right.
Word.
As one does.
But also, I remember when I said I have a weak stomach, so
Yeah.
I'm like one of the only people I know
Fuck.
Oh no.
that get sick off of smoking weed. But
God,
so,
if you
anyways,
throw up in the goddamn bong.
I avoided the bong. But
Okay. Sorry. I don't
so-
need to skip ahead.
Yeah.
We are,
Spoilies.
I just it's first thing that came to mind. I was like, oh, and then someone hit. Oh, never
so
mind.
we were hanging out with I was hanging out with my boyfriend and his friend John at his house, and some other people that I couldn't pick these people out of lineup at this point, but I had
Yeah.
this weird competition energy going on with them. We were drinking like these blueberry schnapps. They're nasty as shit. They're just like, it's
sounds
awful.
bad.
It sounds awful. So we were taking shots of that, and then we were also ripping bong hits. And then, I was trying to be this strange little badass. Like, so look how,
Okay, this
look
is
how
a
many-
theme too.
Yeah, like, look at me trying to smoke some weed in this bong because I'm way cooler than you
Now
or whatever.
she's DJ Tanner.
And now I'm DJ Tanner before I converted to Christianity.
Yeah.
So I was like, I felt it coming up. I felt that not coming up. I was like, okay, I got to do this subtly. So I was like, I got to go to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom and I go to relieve my stomach. I go to throw up. And it projectile vomits all over the bathroom, like to the point where like I couldn't stop. I ended up in the sink. I clogged the sink. It was
With what? Clog the sink with what?
I was
was chunky.
vomiting. I was vomiting.
Chunky throw up.
Jesus.
Blue chunks, baby.
Like it was so the whole entire sink basin was full, and I was like,
chunks.
so I puked, and then I let it all out, and I pulled my head back, and I was like, oh my god, because it's a mess. Like
Right.
I can't deny this. Like I don't know what's going on.
There's
And
no hiding it.
my boyfriend comes and knocks on the door, and he's like, babe, are you okay? And I was like, and he just opens the door, and he comes in, and he goes, and he looks around, and his eyes get as big as golf balls, and he's just like, and the motherfucker sold me out. He was like, John, you gotta come see this. And so like the whole house comes in and looks.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
and
God.
so I'm just sitting there like, oh my god, they had to get out a wet vac to get their
Wet back. Oh. Ew.
I hate this episode. Like this is disgusting. If you have one more vomit story, do you have another?
I have more.
Fuck.
Hopefully, I don't pick them in the hat, unless
Is
they
it,
all are.
can I pick? I'm not
Yeah.
gonna pick
you
another
can.
vomit story.
Okay, back to the hat. Back to the hat.
it was
Back to the
bad.
hat.
Pizza,
Back to
like
the hat.
pizza.
Back to the hat.
Was that story
So
over?
maybe this is a clue of why I've blocked out a lot of the embarrassing
Yeah.
things out of my life.
gross?
I will tell you an embarrassing story this morning.
Did you vomit?
No. So I went to my community garden this morning to do some planting, and I met with them, blah, blah, blah. Went back to the community garden with the dog to go to the beach, and they were still there. I was like, hey, guys, good to see you again. And they just looked at me like I was a stranger. I was like, I just saw you like 2 hours ago.
Just here.
I was like, okay. All right, go ahead.
It's just the word vomit. St. Mark's Plow Bar? Place bar.
So
St. Mark's
it's
Place.
another vomit story. So if you want
Fuck!
Get another. Get
pick the
another.
last one. That one was that was another coming of age when I was 30.
All right, is this the last one? Alien invasion. There's no vomit in this one.
No, but it does involve drugs.
Okay.
Drugs is cool.
You're like, I'm fine with drugs.
Drugs is cool. Vomit is bad.
So this is probably 9 years ago now. I went down to the Outer Banks with some friends for my friend's wedding, and you know how they have all those like McMansions around the Outer Banks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
they
know
were-
how they do.
her family had rented like 4 or 5 of the houses in a cul-de-sac for all
Holy
of the
shit.
guests. Like all
Of
the
those
guests.
big McMansions?
Yeah.
That's like
Ballin'.
200 guests.
Yeah, so they yeah, it was huge. Like everybody spent like the week down there partying.
That's awesome.
So we're after the wedding, we're back at one of the houses. We're at the main house where the bride and groom are staying, and everybody's partying there. Been drinking all day.
Right.
Somebody breaks out some brownies, and I was such a snob. I was like, whatever, edibles don't really bother me.
They don't really do anything.
They don't really
Famous
do
last
anything.
word.
Famous last words. So it's probably about 2:30 when I eat this edible. 2:30 in the morning when I eat this edible, and I was like, okay, it's fine.
That's when dentists eat brownies, by the way.
2:30.
You need to have a boo button on here. I would love you need to add a boo and a drum roll.
Matt
please.
Cole making a 2:30 dentist joke is the equivalent of me saying I'm vaxxed and ready to have sex.
So anyway, so we have the brownie, and I don't think it's really bothering me. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then all of a sudden it hits me. It's about 4:00 in the morning, and I was like,
Oh no.
I'm high. I am
shit.
high. Everybody here is wasted. I'm just gonna pull an Irish goodbye, and I'm just gonna leave.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, that's
I'm gonna,
my move.
I was like, the house I'm staying at is next door and I'm just going to go out and leave and not tell anybody I'm leaving. So I go out and I walk outside and I just look around and like then my logical part of my brain and my stone part of my brain start getting into an argument.
Phew.
I know in my logical brain that I just need to go next door. But
Right.
in my stone brain, I'm like, the aliens came and rearranged the houses.
What?
And now I don't know which one it is.
Whoa.
So so I'm sitting in the middle of the driveway, like having an argument with myself. You could probably see my lips just moving like, no, that's not possible. Like what's happening? So I'm just going
Holy
like,
shit.
yeah. So I was just trying to deal with the fact that I was like, I'm high as fuck right now and I don't know where I'm supposed to go. So I like casually just tiptoed back into the house and I found my friend Reed and he was like, what's up? I was like, I need you to walk me home. And he's like, why? I was like, I can't find the house. And he
You're
was
like, next door?
He's like, next door. I was like, they moved it. Somebody moved it. It's not next door
moved.
anymore. Like and so he like people are starting to look. I'm starting to like draw attention to myself, and so Reed kind of takes me. And Reed was this like super sweet guy, non-judgmental. He just takes me and he opens the door and he's like, "Okay, so that's your couch." And I was like, "Okay,
Thank you.
thank you for walking me home." Yeah. So
Oh my gosh.
Jesus. That sounds like salvia more than weed.
God, I feel like edibles are scary.
I'm just glad I didn't end in vomit. Like, I'm really like,
yeah,
thank
well,
God.
I gotta
there's a
say,
through line. There's
I-
a through line with
I am
me.
gonna fucking blow chunks all over this podcast table once we're done recording. But let's get to another ad break.
Mm-hmm.
You dick.
Hi, I'm Aaron,
Hey, Aaron, I'm Mark.
and we're the Property Brothers.
Yeah, that's right. We know what property you want to bang your siblings in.
That's right. And our newest venture is when we move houses.
That's right. We're gonna move houses wherever we can move them to.
Your house is on this side of the street, but you'd rather be on the other side of the street?
Boom, we did it.
Bam! Switched.
Your house is here, and you wish your house was there. Bam.
All of a sudden, it's done.
Yup, that's right. We Property Brothers know what's up, and we know how hard it can be to find a good moving service. Exhausting.
Ugh.
Paperwork, splinters.
I just want to throw money at the problem.
Exactly. Throw your money at us at propertybrothers.com/howembarrassing, and we'll give you a coupon for 60% off your next house move.
Sounds great. Where do I sign?
On my dick.
Oh, mommy.
You caught me off guard so much that I couldn't breathe to even actually say it. I was laughing so much.
Molly hesitated. On my dick?
Because I thought Jeff was gonna say
I couldn't. I wasn't
I
expecting
know.
it.
He had a oopsie doodle in his pants.
I'm all pants, baby.
I'm telling you, this is
All
what we in
pants.
the biz call callbacks, baby.
All
And we are
pants.
calling it back. Whew, okay.
And we've gotten to the second half of our show.
Yeah,
Where-
it is time for games and segments.
Segments and games. Where's the games?
can't find the button.
Where's the button? Games.
Matt knew it without looking.
I didn't even look.
Fuck.
Married.
Kill.
Raise.
Neglect.
Neglect.
Fuck.
Married.
Kill.
Raise.
Neglect.
Neglect.
Fuck.
Famarakakaka.
Wee poop poop poop. All right, Vanessa, it is time to play everyone's favorite game that we just invented. It's never been played before.
Awesome.
It's new and no one even knows about it. It is called Fuck, Marry, Kill, Raise, and Neglect.
Neglect.
So the way this is going to work, we are going to give you 5 options. You're our lovely contestant today. You have to fuck one.
Okay.
You have to marry one. You cannot fuck the one you marry, contrary to what you might think.
Right.
Raise one as your own child. You cannot fuck the one you raise.
I would have many questions.
Jeff missed the bell. You just heard a light thud. That was Jeff missing the
Yeah.
bell. There you go.
You gotta kill one. I skipped that one earlier. You gotta kill one. You cannot fuck the one you kill before, after, or during the murder. And you gotta neglect one. You can fuck him. We don't give a shit.
Do what you want with them.
Do what you want
Do
with
what you
them.
want.
One question clarifying.
Yeah.
Where in the sequence do I vomit?
No.
Oh, no. Probably the neglect one.
Yeah.
You probably want to vomit on the
Oh,
neglect.
Yeah, it's part of it. Okay, so fuck, marry, kill, raise, neglect. Your options are me,
Me?
yourself, and eggs.
Eggs. Okay.
Eggs.
Okay. So,
Eggs.
So that's only 3 things, but I can't.
What?
What?
We
Fuck, marry, kill, raise, neglect. Me, eggs.
Molly,
2, 3, 4.
Jeff,
Okay.
Everyone's sitting at this
Everybody's
table.
Here. Okay.
Plus
Molly,
eggs.
Jeff, Matt, Vanessa, eggs.
Okay. So I got fuck, marry, kill, raise, neglect.
Molly, Jeff, Matt, Vanessa, eggs.
What a party!
That's a shirt if I've ever heard one.
Let the dogs
see.
out.
Eggs.
Eggs, let the dogs out.
Eggs. Can't do that on Zoom.
No, it would be like eggs.
Oh my
Eggs.
Should we let the...
Do you have a hootie? I've been staring at Molly all this time, and I have noticed she's wearing a hootie in the blowfish.
Yeah, I'm a blowhead. What the fuck? I'm a big blowhead, baby.
She's been wearing this the whole
I
time.
love
I know. Hootie in the blowfish.
I'm a huge fan.
And it
cracking
has
you up so
not
much?
just that, but it has moth holes in it.
Yeah.
As well. So,
Is that-
you know,
I'm a big blowhead, baby.
He can't handle it.
Yeah, why you got the giggles?
I don't know. It's like me wearing like a Toad the Wet Sprocket t-shirt or something. Like, why do you have a Toad the Wet Sprocket t-shirt?
I'm a big
Don't
toad
front,
head.
Matt. When I got out of my G phase in the early 90s, went straight into Toad the Wet Sprocket. So
Nice.
Archers of Loaf. All right.
Fuck, marry,
So
kill, raise, neglect.
anywho, let's let the guests speak.
all right, so we'll start with fuck. I would fuck myself because why wouldn't I? Hot.
Love it.
Nice.
Yeah. Mary. You know, I think I'm gonna. Oh, this one's a tough one.
It's a toughie. Take your time. We have 7 minutes.
I think I would
Sit in
marry
silence
Matt.
for 7 minutes.
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna marry Matt.
Oh, nice.
yeah.
So he can hold your hair back when you puke.
No.
Yes.
A lifetime of vomit.
Oh, your life is vomit now.
So the kill and the neglect. I'm
Just rip the bandit off.
It's best if you just give it to us straight.
Just blow the fish.
Just blow that fish,
Molly.
baby.
I love you, but I'd kill you.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, I did not see that coming.
I didn't see that coming either.
It was a toss up with the eggs.
How would you do it? Wait, you would rather kill me than eggs? This is fucked up.
She loves animals.
How would you do it?
How would I? I think I would smother you.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
The way she said that, looked at you like she means it. Like,
She did. It's a red eye contact.
They love it.
I think it's smother you. That's a hard cut. Let me change
honestly,
it.
no further questions.
Is the game over? Do I?
Yeah,
you have
game
2
over.
more.
You won. You won the game.
Eggs and
Eggs
me.
and Jeff.
Eggs and Jeff.
And you
Jeff,
have-
I would.
Raise and neglect.
Oh, I would. What would I do with you?
Well, you could either raise me,
I know I can't.
but we also
decide.
talked about how none of us want kids ever.
She's looking at you like she wants to also smother you. Like, oh my God, I don't know. I've already smothered Molly. I want to smother you.
I'm
too.
glad Vanessa's so small because I'd be scared.
I'm still terrified.
Yeah.
Don't let the size fool you.
She can climb.
She's a climber.
And I'm a drunk, so I'm going down.
You know, I think I would raise you, Jeff. And I
Aw.
would neglect the eggs. I'm just thinking,
Nice.
let's be realistic. Like that, sometimes
Yeah.
things sit in my fridge for a while. So, you know.
All right.
Yeah, and eggs aren't that great.
Oh, poo.
I eat 'em
Mommy.
every day.
Eggs just aren't that great.
We don't like eggs on this pod.
Do you eat cake?
No.
Oh.
When they're part of it, we're
not
not
some
saying,
fucking
we're just
British
saying
queen.
straight up eggs, dude.
French queen. That was fuck, marry, kill, raise.
Yeah, eggs.
Eggs. Neglect. Eggs. Famakara. Eggs.
Eggs. Oh my gosh. I love being back in the studio. I feel like me and Jeff are in sync, baby.
Yeah, there's no
Bye,
lagging.
bye.
Bye, bye.
All right, everybody, it's time for the best part of the podcast where we get real.
Get real.
It's real. And we're here, and we're getting it real.
Yeah. That is what we are currently doing.
Real.
Get real. And don't forget to explain this podcast. I don't think you explained it to Inver last time. He was like,
No,
what am I supposed to do?
All right. So
Yeah, I'm like, okay, they'll just tell me.
this is the part of the podcast where we get real. So think of like a real issue. Think of like a real issue, something that's been grinding your gears, or maybe just something you want to speak on that you just want to get real about. Like, for example, one time I talked about how my toenails, I keep cutting them on an altered cycle so that I cut the big toes and the little toes aren't ready to be cut. And then I cut the little toes and the big toes aren't ready to be cut. And I was just upset about that.
Isn't
that
that
was
crazy?
on my
So
mind.
I went through that, except it was left foot, right foot.
Oh my God.
Do you know why that is, by the way? I looked this up because I wondered why do fingernails grow faster than toenails? And it's all about circulation.
Interesting.
That's why my
Okay.
feet grow so much faster than my hands.
Yeah.
I like to sleep handcuffed.
I didn't understand any of that.
I know. Jeff's made a fun
I
thing.
think you might have just moved into kill zone.
Smother.
Noise. Smother 'em.
Molly,
time.
you moved up to raise.
Yes. So does anyone have anything they would like to get real about
Yeah.
first? Yeah.
I got
Jeff?
something.
Okay.
All right. Let's get real. All right. I want to talk about how people freak out so much about like phones tracking them and websites and things giving them sponsored ads and stuff.
This is the bane of my existence right now. I'll tell you why later. But
Okay.
yes.
I think get over yourself.
Yeah.
You're not that interesting. The world and government isn't coming after you. All you do is go to work, come home to your shitty little family,
Yeah.
and then you go to a restaurant and fatten up your face.
Yeah.
You know, and then you go back home. No, the government isn't like
I
plotting
agree.
against you.
I
No
agree.
one
I'm
gives a
not
shit about
fucking.
you.
No one gives
I'm
a
not
shit.
fucking Edward Snowden. Like,
Right.
if the government wants to watch me just like sit around, eat popcorn in my bed, and come, they can fucking do it.
Do it. Fine.
Get real.
Get real.
Real.
It's on the bottom.
I can move it if you want.
All right,
Molly?
I'll get real quick. Vanessa, when you said you wanted to smother me, it felt like that you meant it, and I just want to make sure we're okay in a real place. Like, are we really? Are we okay? Do you need me to talk
Oh,
quieter?
we're great. That just,
Okay.
you just,
you just had the impulse.
you know,
okay.
that you
Yeah.
just,
But I didn't.
you have
do,
confirmed my acting skills.
I didn't
so
do
thank
anything
you.
to you. I didn't do anything to Vanessa.
Right.
No, she did
didn't do
nothing.
I
anything.
didn't do anything.
She
okay.
didn't.
I just wanted.
confirm.
I just wanted to get real.
Get real.
We'll save you for last, Vanessa. Let's see. I guess I don't have to like rant about something, right? I can be like real talk. I like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Anna and Bobby, friends of the pod,
I've
and my
heard of 'em.
roommates.
I've heard
It'd be
of
so
them.
funny if you just ranted about them
I
while
was
they're like walking
these
past
motherfuckers are just so fucking no. Look at this. Anna's walking by right. I'm gonna smother you. I'm gonna smother you. No, they went for like a trippy out of town, and
Word.
I walked around the apartment like naked,
Whoa.
like the
Wow.
entire time,
Nude?
and
Yeah.
just. I had a blast just walking around naked. I turned down the AC really low and just like shivered, and it was great.
That sounds good.
Do you so do you like just like will like sit around and watch TV and eat naked and stuff like that?
I just
too?
sat around, watched TV, and came. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think that every neighbor I've ever
Popcorn
had
in
has
bed.
seen me naked. I never pay attention to windows and shit like that.
Yeah.
I do my thing and
Yeah,
let them
same.
watch.
Whatever.
Yeah, let them eat cake. Get
Yeah.
real.
let him eat cake.
Play me.
real.
Get real.
Get real.
All right. Last but not least, our guest. Is there anything you want to get real about, Vanessa?
I mean, I gotta jump off of what Jeff said.
Okay.
Let's get real. Like, do you know what kind of stress people are causing by just being like, I don't want to be ad tracked. I can't. They're following me around. Like, you clicked on this thing. That's why it's following
Right.
you around.
You
It
Googled.
is. It's called interest targeting. Like,
Right. It's not that crazy.
It's not that crazy of a concept.
My phone's listening to me, but I did use my phone to Google green couch, and now I'm getting ads for green couch.
Right.
What a
And plus-
it's not
fucking
that crazy.
concept.
Your life is so sad. You should be glad that Google's listening to you because nobody else will.
Well,
Whoa! Get real.
Get real! Wow. That was honestly one of my favorite Get Real sessions we've ever
we got real.
That was a good one. We got real.
Getting Real is fun. All right, well, Vanessa, it has been so awesome to have you here today. Thank you so much for coming to the stewed. Did we ruin your life today?
No.
Word.
That's good.
No,
That's
but
good.
thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I think I
so
might have
fun.
ruined Matt Cole's life talking about
Yeah,
vomit
I think
so
you
much.
did.
I need a vomit.
He sees me in a different way
it
now.
turns out, Matt, not into puke.
Into every other
Who
fluid,
is
though.
into puke? I would
Yeah.
like to meet the person who is into puke.
That's true.
yeah.
I don't think I want to meet that person.
I have
Vanessa,
questions.
do you have anything like you're working on that you want to plug, or just any general thoughts, any words of wisdom?
So, I'm going to be on the cast of Romeo and Juliet at the Plot, Shakespeare in the Plot, here in
Awesome.
Norfolk, Virginia, for you international
Yeah,
listeners.
friend of the pod,
we
friend
do.
of
We
the
have a lot.
pod.
We have a lot.
Yeah.
Deals are in for airlines on, just
Yeah.
come on over.
Come
deals
on down
are in.
from
To
your
watch-
neighbors to the
Deals are
north.
To watch me stand on the corner of the stage and maybe fight a little bit.
I love it.
Ooh, you gonna fight?
She's gonna
You're gonna use a
smother.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to be doing yet. So,
Okay,
Interesting.
that's exciting. When
That's
is that?
fun.
and I'm going to be preemptive and say that there might be a Girlprov thing coming back just based on some.
That's right.
conversations.
I've heard some rumblings.
I've heard
Maybe.
something.
Maybe Girlprov is going to try, maybe getting back out there. We don't
Nice.
know, but I've
What's that
heard.
mean?
Also in Norfolk, Virginia, for you international
Yeah,
listeners,
friend of the pod.
just go ahead, friend of the pod. Come on over to Norfolk.
Come on across the
Virginia.
pond.
Yeah, we got an international airport. It's called
we
Norfolk
sure do.
International.
It's
We
nothing
got
international flies out of it, but it's a connector.
I think you can
It's
get to
great.
Montreal.
Word. All right. Well,
Maybe.
that's all we have time for today, my lovely little wormy worms. Well, everybody, until next time,
Keep
wiggling.
Thanks so much for listening to How Embarrassing Podcast, a Go On production. If you would like to be a guest on How Embarrassing and you have an embarrassing story, send us an email at howembarrassingpodcast@gmail.com.
I'm all pants.
Be who you are. That's who you are.